Welcome everyone to the advanced Excel session. Today we're going to see how to use the VLOOKUP on Excel. Let's have a look how useful this tool is on our Excel. So basically VLOOKUP is a very important formula that we use on Excel to identify or match the transaction from the same category. For example, I have some employee here. This is their name, and I have their employee code. This is their another identification. This is the employee code or employee number. Then I have some taxable pay for them. So how much is the payment for each employee we can see here. Now I have another tab on the Excel, and in this section I have only the name and only the employee code, but I don't know how much is the payment. Now by using the VLOOKUP formula we can easily match how much the taxable pay for which employee. So rather than typing one by one or to go and come back again and type the amount, we can easily use the VLOOKUP formula and we can sort it out this problem really quick. Let's have a look how can we do that. Step number one, we will write the formula next to the name or next to the entry that we want to use the VLOOKUP. Remember, we are not going to use the VLOOKUP or we're not going to keep the cursor on the top. We're going to keep it next to the identification. So if I want to keep it here, if I look for this employee, I'm going to keep my cursor here. So in the top, I can write taxable pay. And after that, we can say how much is the taxable pay for which employee. So we're going to use the VLOOKUP formula. So enter the equal sign, write VLOOKUP, the formula will be showing here, double click, and after that the formula will be on the box. Then you choose one of the identification that you like. Maybe you can choose the name or you can choose the employee code. So let's choose the employee code. And after that you will enter the comma and you will go to the section from where you want to drag this information. Let's say move to this sheet. You can use another Excel sheet and you can take the information from there as well. So if it is on the same tab or in a different tab, there is no problem for that. After that, you will select the whole range. So from here, I'm looking for the information. Remember, do not take the top section because it will not help you. There is no information is there. So after you selecting the range, you click on the formula box again and enter the comma. After that, you need to tell the Excel which amount or which section you want to drag in. For example, for here, I'm looking for the taxable pay. So this is basically on C column. So that is 1, 2, and 3. So A is the employee code, B is the name, and C is the taxable pay. So I'm going to write 3. So I'm looking for section number 3 on the empty column. So after entering the 3, I enter the comma once again, and that will ask me two options. It will asking, are we looking for approximate match or are we looking for exact match? So we always choose exact match because that will give us the exact figure. So once we enter that, that will show the false and we'll close the bracket. Once we close the bracket, we hit enter and that will take me back to the empty column and it will show For this employee, they found 216 from the range that I have selected before. Once one is selected, the next one will be very easy. All I need to do, I need to double click once the plus sign comes, and it will be automatically done rest of the session. Remember one thing, there is a common mistake so many people do. After they using the VLOOKUP, they delete the old sheet or the sheet from where all this information came. If you do that, the information will be gone from here as well. Because you can see if you click here, it's showing on the formula box the VLOOKUP. So this information basically came from another place. So if you want to keep it and if you want to delete the previous Excel sheet, you have to copy and paste it here with this special way. So all you need to do, we need to say Control C, that is copy, and we click and we paste 1, 2, 3. Now if I press the escape and if I check, you can see there is no formula linked with this column anymore. So even if I delete it, the sheet all these things come from, still the information will be here. Now if I save it and if I don't have the old Excel sheet, there is no problem for that. So VLOOKUP is a very useful tools to match the information. For example, if you have thousands of data, you can complete this information in a minute. So this tool is very useful for the Excel, and now we know how to do the VLOOKUP in Excel.